Universal Studios producer, director, Mrs. B. Scene 1. Hello, boys and girls around the world. Yes, my name is Mrs. B, and I'm a teacher in the United States. I'm so glad that you're able to join me today for a very special read aloud. But before we begin, I have a hello song just for you. And this is how it goes. Hello, boys and girls around the world. Hello, boys and girls around the world. How are you? How are you? I'm glad you're here to read and learn. We know we'll have some fun today. We love school every day, and so will you. I know Mrs. B is very silly, and she has a terrible singing voice, but I so wanted to share a song with all of you boys and girls. The book that I've selected for today's read aloud is called Bow-Wow-Wiggle-Waggle. This book was written by Mary Newell de Palma. She is the author of this book. And the person that drew the pictures is called an illustrator. And it just so happens to be the same person, Mary Newell de Palma, boys and girls. You're going to read a lot of children's books where the author and the illustrator are the same person. This is called the front or the cover of the book. If we turn it over, boys and girls, this is the back of the book. We have a lot of different animals on the back of the book by the big tree. And there's some bushes here in the background. Let's turn it over back to the front. And let's look at the title, Bow-Wow-Wiggle-Waggle. Look at the picture. What do you think that this story is going to be about? Yes, it's about a little boy that plays with his dog, and he plays fetch with a red ball. But then the dog will be a dog, and he sees an animal, and he begins to chase it. And this is how we go on a little adventure with many animals, boys and girls. But before we begin, I have a song. I know, Mrs. B, you're going to sing again. It's called Song of the Train by David McCord. And Mrs. B would like to sing it with you. Then we're going to play Simon Says, boys and girls. Then Mrs. B will start reading. And then at the very end, I have a fun activity that you can do at home with your family. Boys and girls, here it goes. There are a lot of sound words in this song and in this story. Sound words are called onomatopoeia words. Can you say it with me? Onomatopoeia. And boys and girls just means sound words. Here we go. Clickety-clack, wheels on the track. This is the way they begin their attack. Clickety-clack, 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 clickety-clackety, clickety-clack. Boys and girls, now let's play Simon Says. Shall we? Simon says, wiggle. Simon says, hop. Simon says, slither. And Simon says, put your hands on your lap. Good job, boys and girls. Now, reading means understanding the author's message. It's not just about calling out a bunch of words when you're reading. If you cannot answer reading comprehension questions after reading a page, you have truly not read anything. So boys and girls, I want your eyes and ears on Mrs. B because I will be asking you questions. Shall we begin? Here is the little boy, and he's going to throw the red ball to the dog. They're going to play fetch. Bow-wow-wiggle-waggle, yip, yap, yowl. All sound words, boys and girls. And look, we have the dog playing with the red ball. And there is the little boy with the dog. Boys and girls, do any of you have a dog at home, and do you play fetch with the dog? You do. Mrs. B doesn't have a dog. When she was a very little girl, she had tropical fish to take care of and to look at. Pow, wow, pow, pow. Pitter, patter, boys and girls. Guess who's coming? Who is that? Who says meow? A cat. And here are the little boy and the dog playing fetch. Do you think that the dog is going to notice the cat, boys and girls? Let's make a prediction, shall we? Let's look at all the clues and the words and pictures to predict what's going to happen next. And boys and girls, making predictions right or wrong is what good readers do. Mrs. B has made several wrong predictions in storybooks, and that just makes me and you a better reader. Meow. Growl. Who says growl? The dog when he sees the cat. Meow. Growl. Is the dog going to chase the cat and leave the boy? Yes or no? He's going to, you think, chase the cat and leave the boy? Let's see. Put your thinking caps on, boys and girls. Flee, fly, flutter, flutter, flicker, flash. There is the dog going to chase the cat. And then the little boy is chasing who? The dog. And then the dog is chasing the cat into the bushes. That's not very nice of the dog to do. They were playing a game and he was leaving the little boy alone. And he has to now chase him. That's not very nice, boys and girls, is it? No. Hip, hop, ribbit, ribbit, splish, splish, splash. There we have a frog. And then a duck. So look at all the animals chasing one another, boys and girls. I wonder if the little boy and the dog will get together again and play another time. And will they be friends again? Let's see if they make up at the end of the story. Will we have a happy ending or a sad ending? Let's see. Honk, honk. Ooh, puddle, paddle, waddle, glide. It wasn't ducks we've seen, it's geese. Boys and girls, geese. So, we have the dog chasing the cat. We have the little boy chasing the dog. We have the frog chasing the little boy. And we have the geese chasing the frog, boys and girls. Yes, yes. Slither, slither, slip, slink, slide. Who does that, boys and girls? Who says that? Who hisses? Who slithers? A snake. There is a snake in the bushes, and the cat is going into the bushes. And there is the dog. Who are the main characters in the story, boys and girls? Main characters can be either people or animals. So who are our main characters in this story that we're going to see the most of? The dog and the little boy are the main characters, and then the other animals are just characters in the story. And where does the story mainly take place? Inside or outside? The story takes place outside. Good job, boys and girls. I like that you're paying attention. Twitch, twitch, shiver, quiver, nibble, blink. Boys and girls, who are the next animals? Bunny rabbits, right next to the snake. How many bunny rabbits do you see? 1, 2. Can you show me 2? Wiggle, wiggle. Good job, boys and girls. Dart, dash, scatter, chatter, scamper, wink. Can you wink? Good job. And there we have, the dog can't climb the tree, but we have a squirrel, and the cat's tail is sticking out, so the cat is in the tree. But the dog can't climb up the tree, boys and girls. Bow, wow, wiggle, waggle, yip, yap, yowl. Oh no, it's just all mixed up, boys and girls. The dog is thinking of the little boy, and the dog is thinking of the cat. What a web we weave. Sag, flag. Oh, those are rhyming words, boys and girls. Sniffle, snuffle, sputter, bowl. The dog is very sad, boys and girls. He misses the little boy, and the little boy is looking everywhere for the dog. And there are rhyming words right there, sag and flag. They both have A-G, A-G in both words. Will they find each other, boys and girls? Yes or no? I say yes too. I think it's going to be a happy story. Swoop, loop, whistle, twitter, twirl, twirl, tweet, tweet, Who says tweet, tweet? A bird. And what color is the bird, boys and girls? Blue. Look at the dog. He's happy to see that bird. And there is the little boy hiding in the bushes. Crawl, crawl, scramble, ramble, zip, skip, meet. Who's going to meet, boys and girls? The little boy and the dog. And the little boy has the red ball in his hand. They're going to play fetch again, and all the animals are watching. Bow, wow, wiggle, waggle, yip, yap, yay! Hug, snug, tumble, cuddle, pat, pat. They look very happy, don't they, boys and girls? And play. And there the boy threw the red ball in the air for the dog to catch. The end, boys and girls. What did you think about the story Bow Wow Wiggle Waggle? If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you did not like the story, give it a thumbs down. Hey, I gave it a thumbs up too. I really enjoyed reading this story and sharing it with all of you boys and girls. I have a fun activity for you to do at home. Are you ready? Moms, dads, older brothers and sisters, grandparents, aunts and uncles. I want you to fold several sheets of paper together, and on the end you can put 2 or 3 staples. And then I want your child to make a story with a group of animals that you might see in a particular habitat. Habitat is where you live, a place. So where does the same animal live in that same environment? You can do chipmunk, rabbit, or a robin together. You can do an alligator, pelican, or a gecko. You can do a bear, deer, or owl together. You can do a flamingo, crab, or a seagull. A cow, a sheep, or a pig. They all live on a farm. Or you can do a monkey, lion, or an elephant. And boys and girls, you know that Mrs. B loves to paint. So you can use a paintbrush and different colors of paint, tempera, or you can use markers or crayons, Crayola crayons. And you're going to draw your animal on one page, and then right below it, you're going to write who the animal is. So parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, older brothers and sisters, you need to write that animal down for them on a separate sheet of paper. And then your child can copy it into their book. When they're all done, they can share it with all of the family members. And if they go to school, they can share it with their teacher and their classmates during show and tell. I have one last surprise for you, boys and girls. Are you ready? Someone is visiting Mrs. B here in her office, and this is also my mini classroom inside of my house. And I live in the state of Michigan, boys and girls. And no, it's not the Siberian tiger behind me. He's resting, boys and girls. But I have another treat, and I wonder who it is. He's from Sesame Street. It's Oscar. Thank you, Oscar, for joining Mrs. B and all of the boys and girls around the world. Would you like to help me say goodbye to all of them? Oh, thank you, Oscar. Boys and girls, reading is fundamental, and I want to thank you for joining Mrs. B and for our very special read aloud today. I want to say bye for now, and I hope to see you again soon.